I know you guys want to talk silver. I know you guys want to talk copper. Copper, big up move this week. But the most important chart in the commodity universe this week is oil. I told you about it before. Big things are happening here. You need to know what's going on. Today's a really important day because we're going to get a weekly candle. We're going to talk about the levels. We're going to talk about what's going on. And I'm going to give you 3 oil stocks that look really, really hot right now. You need to know about those. Let's get into it. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days, weeks, and month. All right, so this is the oil price. But before we jump into oil, quick look at our 2 industrial metals that we talked about for weeks now that I really like. And let's start with copper. Copper has a super run up, as you can see. Looks great. Everybody made money that was long. Fantastic. But now we're hitting a double resistance zone. I think we're due for a short-term pullback. As you can see, we have a big horizontal resistance zone that comes here from this structure over here in July. This in combination with the uptrend of the upper end of the uptrend channel where we already bounced off twice, the probability is high that we're going to see at least a small time correction. Where do I think this will go? Pretty much this resistance zone, middle area of the uptrend channel, this support zone. I consider this to be the max, not even the lower end of the uptrend channel. As you can see, we usually, when we went up, we bounced back to the middle zone, right? We're always kind of retracting to it. So I can see this happening. Aluminum looks really good. As you can see, confirmed breakout. We'll just wait and see and enjoy what's going on. But oil is really where it's at. This is the chart. This is what we're looking at. So yesterday on the daily, on the close, we broke the downtrend that has been in place since August. This downtrend right here. Now, this is a big sign because as you can see, before this, we always rejected it, but never broke above it and closed above it. Right? We tried to break over it here, couldn't make it, intraday sell-off. We tried to break above it here and here like a little bitch, but got rejected right away. Yesterday, not so much. We broke above it, it held to the close, and we closed above the downtrend on the daily. This is big. Now, I expect that the market, and with the market I mean big institutions, plunge protection team, if you know what that is, Washington will try to push the oil price down. As I told you before, we always have to keep in mind that oil is a political weapon. They do not want oil to rip. Now, if it goes higher, but it's got to be civilized. We're still below the 50-day. We're above the broken downtrend, but we're still below the 50-day. Now, as you can see, the 50-day has been the important moving average on this downtrend that has been happening since August. We tried to break above it here, we failed, and we rejected here, here, and now we're right at it again. So this will be important for us to watch on many levels, because remember, today's Friday, so we're going to get a weekly candle. If this holds, if this breakout holds on the weekly, then that'll be a strong signal for the bulls, right? Now, we would still be, if we basically close where we are right now, and this is the weekly right here, would still be below the 50 daily. That'll be the big signal. That's the one that the market will understand. But here at Hot Trades of the Day, we're ahead of the market. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button so you can be ahead of the market as well. And if I look at my picture right now, I also hope you'll have a better haircut than me. I look terrible. I apologize. I slept terrible tonight. I feel like I'm straight out of a Walking Dead movie. So we get a weekly close above the broken downtrend, big buy signal. So they'll try to push the oil price down. It'll be really interesting to see what will happen. And if they are not able to get this done in the late hours of the trading day, I will open up some oil long positions. I want to show you 3 oil stocks that I really like right now. And we will start with a fallen angel that has been long forgotten that I pointed out. ConocoPhillips looks fantastic. Look at this. On the daily, downtrend from October, broken. 50-day broken. Confirmed breakout today. I already showed you the long-term downtrend from, oh yeah, this goes back all the way to 2024. History as well. So what did we have? We had a breakout, we had a retest, we went sideways, built a nice bottoming formation. Now we're breaking to the upside. Textbook. Nobody's talking about it. Why? Because the smart money doesn't want you to know this. They are still buying up these stocks. They're positioning themselves. I've been talking about this for weeks. Not enough of you are paying attention. I don't want to be the guy who's like, because I'm not, who's like, I'm smarter than you. You should listen to me. No, make your own conclusions. It's your money. But look at the charts. Look what's happening. ConocoPhillips looks great. Still, as you can see in the, and this is not even like a super long-term chart. We're just talking 2024. Still has major upside left. Great looking chart. Next one to pay attention to. Halliburton. Yeah, I bet you haven't heard that name in a while. Looks really interesting. Look at this. We are above the 50. Check. Downtrend broken. Check. You would never guess this if you would just look at the oil price. Below the hood, things are happening in big oil stocks. Who moves big oil stocks? Like, look at this. This is like a $2 move in Halliburton, almost 10% in about a week. Who moves big stocks like Halliburton 10% in a week? This is big money. This is smart money. This is institutional monies. That's why I've been on the oil company bull wagon for a month now. As I told you before, I'm super bullish the oil stocks. I'm not so bullish the oil price, because especially if you buy the Made in America oil stocks, they're the best ones in the world because they did the right thing when the ESG movement was happening, while the Europeans effed it up again. Europeans are really good at that. Americans are really good at making smart decisions like cost control. Perfect. They're going to make bank when the oil price just goes up moderately. So Halliburton looks great. We're in the resistance zone. What do you think is going to happen to the stock if we break this resistance zone? It's going to rip. Now, a stock that just broke its downtrend, Kinder Morgan. This is a great chart. Look at this. We broke the 50 daily and the downtrend in one session. Yes, please. Great looking chart. Why is this so great looking? Well, look at this from 2024. This is a beautiful bull flag, and we're just breaking out level number 1. If you're familiar with this, we talked about this with gold, right? Where we had different levels that you can look at, that you can see that things are changing. Here, it would have been the break of the downtrend is one. You can say the 50, but they're so close that for me it's the same thing. And the 50 here, as you can see, we're above, we're below it, we're above, below it. It's not that important. What's more important is the downtrend, because we got rejected by it 3 times before we now broke it to the upside. Ka-ching, right? Bull signal 1, bull signal 2. Obviously, if we break this yellow resistance zone, then we're off to gap fill right here. And then, because we are in Kinder Morgan in a long-term uptrend, the next action would be to go up to the upper end of the channel. It looks great. These charts look great. So these are the stocks that I'm looking at right now. Kinder Morgan hasn't confirmed. ConocoPhillips has confirmed. Halliburton fighting with an important resistance zone. Juicy things are happening. Possibilities are happening for us swing traders in the oil sector. Let's not miss the boat on this one. This is going to be a big story for 2026. But before 2026 is coming, we have a weekend in 2025. Now, congratulations to everybody who is in the college football championship games. I hope your team win. Unless you're Alabama, then I hope you lose by 1 million. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.